Okay, what's up, guys? So I tried making this video earlier with just doing a voiceover guide, but I found out that there was so much stuff that I was doing that to explain it all, I would really have to slow it down and pause the video and go back and explain everything. So in order to keep this video from being super long and from bouncing all over the place, I'm going to talk specifically about macro. So when I say macro, what I mean by that is the overall decision making. I don't mean your individual plays, how your aim is, how you use your abilities. I mean, when are you pushing up? When are you falling back? When are you just staying in the middle, waiting for something to happen? And the main way you determine that is by looking at the kill feed. Is it 5v4? Is it 4v5? Is it even? And in general, when you have an advantage, let's say it's 5v4, you push up. And when you have a disadvantage, you fall back. So the game always starts with this, which is the poke phase, where neither team has an advantage, and both teams are pushing for an advantage. So here, I use my abilities, I get low, I get hacked, I back up. Alright, they have an advantage. Now they push up, and they use some of their abilities. Their Risa dies, now we have an advantage, so now I'm pushing. So, you can see me, I sort of mess up a lot of my abilities in this game, but overall my macro is good, and my macro is a lot better than their tank's macro, which ultimately makes the difference. So here, after we win a fight, I always push up and take extra space. See me, I'm in front of the payload, and I'm in front of the cart. This is so that I have room to back up if I need to. I hate Ramatra. You can just walk on you, run on you like that. But so here we're at parity again. And actually I think we get a pick. Our Bastion is insane and kills. Now we use Kitsune. We use Nano. Boom, we win it. So now we're pushing up again. I smell there's an Ana over here. Come over here to look for this kill. I miss because I suck. But I made the right play. The right macro play. Try and get that kill. Because if I got that kill, the enemy team would have no choice but to wait for their Ana to spawn. Especially since they have Nano Blade. But because their Ana lives, they can Nano Blade a lot sooner. So here I make a mistake. I'm trying to get out with my Ana. And by the way, my team is the red team. But they chase us down. And in hindsight, what I should have done is just gone to die on cart and looked for what's called an exit pick or an exit kill. Because it's huge if you can trade one for one in that situation. That means that not only does your team have to wait for you to respawn, but their team has to wait for whoever you killed to respawn. And also, if you die while you're contesting, then they don't get any free push. So here, their Ramatra overextends. I miss my ability. I make the right play though, going to kill him. And he just gets bailed out by the Transcendence. And also the fact that I missed my rock. So here, I think our Ana just dies, so I'm not going to overextend here. I'm trying to play safe. When my shield dies, I don't push up. I back up and wait for it to respawn. That's huge. You always want to have shield available because it is extremely powerful. It can block, everything. It can block sleep, it can block nade, it can block hack. So here, I think, if I'm right, we're even? I think we're even, yeah. But it's not clear who's gonna win this fight. So I'm backing up because I want to stay away from that vicious Ramatra melee. He ends up getting, what's the word, antied. He dies, and we use our Kiriko ult. Now, in the meantime, I am spy checking Sombra because I know Sombra is gonna be camping that left side mega. That's probably where she puts her translocator. So when you have downtime, you can do that versus whatever her name is, the one who hacks people. Anyway, so here we're even again. I'm pushing up. Our Ramatra, or their Ramatra feeds because he's stupid. Like you can see, like, yeah, I'm making stupid mistakes. I'm missing my abilities, but I'm not feeding like that. I'm playing safe. I'm playing smart. So here they use Nano Blade. I miss my flux, or I get hacked out of my flux. I don't know. Ultimately, I should have saved the flux because I know they have the hack to hack me out of it. Anyway, that's another spot where I should have died on cart, but at least there was a chance I get out. But they were aggressive and they pushed up and killed me. They played that smart. So here we are even again. There's no team with an advantage. Their Rissa's hacked. That means I can land a free rock. They use EMP. We use Bastion ult. They use Transcendence. They win that fight. So here I see my Ana just died. So I'm waiting for Ana to come back up before I go out of spawn. I also see that Sombra has EMP and is waiting behind. So here we have a very effective fight. We come out, we kill their Orisa, who's overextended. Our Sombra does work in their backline, at the very least distracting that backline. We almost C9 this, unfortunately, but we get it, and we're rolling again. So yeah, at this point we're down pretty far, but what you have to remember is that, you know, you can always play better than the enemy team. Like, even you just have to hold yourself to a little bit of a higher standard. Just, you can always play smarter, and I'm not saying you can wrench yourself out of every crappy position, but sometimes the luck is in your favor. So here I try and flux the Nano Blade. I get hacked out of it, and I wake the Genji, and he kills somebody. So I make stupid decisions. But their Orisa makes a really stupid decision and runs in and feeds. Even stupider than my decision, because at that point in time, their team had a 5v4 advantage. All they had to do was hold onto their belts and push forward gently, not throw, and they would win. Here I think they kill our Ana, but we're up 1, so we have a little bit of an advantage. We're pushing up here because they're falling back. They probably could have held the space. Actually, no. Their Ana was coming back from spawn. Alright, so here this is, again, poke phase. No one has an advantage. I'm not sure exactly if I played this very well. I probably could have been on cart. But, yeah, you can make mistakes. It's fine. In any event, they use ults. They use Orisa ult. And they use EMP. So, I'm low here. I don't think Sombra hit me, so she doesn't know that I'm low. Actually, she has that passive that shows her when enemies are low. Anyway, I get out here, which is huge. because the reason why it's so big is because Sigma's a slow hero, and it takes him forever to get back from spawn. And since I live this, look at how fast I'm able to contest the fight. And they have 2 squishies on cart, and ignore the fact that I overextend and feed. If I hit any of my abilities there, I could have gotten a pick and utilized the advantage that I had, which was I got to the fight quicker than their tank because I didn't die. Alright, anyway, we're respawning. We're down our Cassidy. I'm not pushing too far up here. We use Kitsune Rush, so now I have an excuse to push up. So I forgot to mention about touching here. We wouldn't have been able to touch if they had just left the robot alone. But they're stupid. We'll take it. We kill their tank. Their Genji Nanoblades are Kiriko, but dies in the process. Their Sombra grows and doesn't use Translocator in time. And we win this fight. So we're in a volatile position here. I have my ult, but I know Sombra is going to use hack on me when she's going to just make it useless. They kill one of us, we kill one of theirs. I use Flux, they EMP the Flux. We're pushing up here. Alright, now we have an advantage. Their Ana dies. Their Diva dies, or the hacky one dies, and their tank dies. So now we're pushing up. We get a good stagger on their Zenyatta. And here what I'm doing is, I know that our win condition is we have to snowball, because look at how far we have to push it. So I'm trying to go and quickly kill this Genji before he knows what's hidden. The other thing about this play is I've taken a ton of space from them. Like, look behind me. The cart is way behind me. The robot. So their Ramatra has to cross a ton of ground just to get to the cart. So I'm spamming him this whole time. He's getting spammed this whole time. He dies. He dies first. He should never die first. He's a tank. But he fucks up. He should have played it more patiently. Anyway, we're pushing up. We're trying to snowball this advantage. I'm pushing up, but I'm not feeding. Right, when my shield gets low and when I have my shift on cooldown, I'm backing up. My Orisa's anti. The Transcendence doesn't work on antis, so we get the kill. Their Mei dies, so now we're 5v3. We're looking at that kill feed. We're trying to get kills. I wake up the Nano Genji Blade. I'm so sorry, team. I did it twice this game, at least. I apologize. But fortunately, they only kill our Ana, and although killing Ana is huge, it usually would be very terrible. We have a Kiriko who can sustain us. Their Mei's ult gets cancelled. So unfortunate. That would have probably clinched it for them. And then now they're staggering out because they have to touch. So now what I do is I put my shield in between Ryan and Ana so that he can't get healed. He feeds anyway. And we're just killing him one by one. And this is a great example of a game where, you know, if you keep it together and you don't flame your teammates, you can win. We actually won that game. I don't know why it doesn't show the victory screen. Anyway, if you're bronze or if you're gold, what I want you to take away from this is to always be looking at that kill feed. Try and always calculate if your team has the advantage. If somebody kills your Ana, you know you're at a disadvantage. Back up. Actually, not always back up. Sometimes it's best to just suicide in and die on the point. And then if you have an advantage, let's say you kill one of your players gets a pick on them, and you push up. Look at the kill feed, alright? Number 2, look at your team. You always want to be with your team, at the front of your team, and if your team dies, if your Ana dies, you're not going to get healed, so keep those boys alive, alright? Play with them, especially versus Sombras and Balls and these heroes that will dive your backline. Do what's called peeling, which is basically turning around and helping them, giving them a shield or a bubble or just shooting the crap out of whoever's trying to dive your sports or your squishies. Yeah, and then the third thing is keep a cool head. I kept a cool head throughout this game. I said, all right, we can lose this game, that's fine, but there's a chance that we win this, so I'm gonna play smart. And we got lucky. A number of, a series of circumstances led to us winning. They made some really dumb decisions, like their Amatra feeding, and feeding on cooldown, by the way. Their Nanoblade whiffing super hard, even though I woke them up. Their Mayult getting cancelled. Their Transcendence getting wasted. All of that stuff led to us winning that, even though it looked like a super unwinnable game. So, yeah, last and final thing is keep your crap together. Okay, don't tilt right from the get-go, because I don't want to say every game is winnable, but you can win these games if you play smart. Let me know if you like this content. Subscribe to Nick's Greats Guides, and I'll see you in the next video.